The Galactic Council's grand assembly glittered with peace banners and ceremonial robes. One by one, the delegations of the Milzon, Drektari, Uvrax, and countless others filed into the orbital station above Seldra 9. This was to be a day of historic unity. For the first time, Earth Sol 3, known as the latecomers, had been summoned. Not for war, not for reparations, but to sit as equals and speak as diplomats. That's what the Council expected. What arrived was something else entirely. At 0900 Universal Time, the diplomatic docking corridor assigned to Earth remained empty. No transport vessels, no envoy crafts. Just a single shadow against a void, blacker than night, hanging still in high orbit. No calls, no greetings, just silence. The Drektari marshal snarled from his seat, fangs gleaming. Is this their idea of respect? Sending a ghost instead of an ambassador? The Uvrax high voice clicked his mandibles uneasily. That isn't a diplomatic vessel. The station's radar crews couldn't identify it. No registry, no transponder, no energy signature typical of known propulsion systems. It didn't spin. It didn't move. But every sensor in the Council station screamed in warning. Admiral Silent of the Zarnathi Navy requested authorization to scan it. The scan failed instantly. Not blocked, not jammed. It simply ceased to exist. No feedback, no trace. Like the probe signal had entered a black hole. Then, without warning, a signal burst from the Terran ship. Not a message. A file. Encrypted at a level even the Galtech Cryptography Division couldn't unravel in real time. It unlocked itself and played across every display screen aboard the station. The feed was live. A single Terran stood inside a chamber of polished steel, flanked by faceless soldiers in armor too thick for movement and too silent for comfort. He did not bow. He did not smile. He stared directly into the feed. I am Commander Elric Thorne of the TSS Oblivion's Edge. I am not a diplomat. I was not sent to talk. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The Zorvlan speaker tried to interrupt the feed, but the signal overrode every attempt. Even internal communications failed. Commander Thorne continued. 3 weeks ago, a Terran exploration vessel was fired upon in neutral space by a vessel under Drektari command. All 5 crew were killed. No warning. No communication. The Galactic Council's delay in addressing the matter has been noted. The Drektari delegate stood, slamming his clawed hand on the table. That vessel breached restricted space. They ignored our protocols. Elric's expression never changed. Terran maps show no such restriction. And even if it had, lethal force against unarmed scientists violates every treaty ratified under Council Charter. But no reparation was offered. No trial convened. No apology made. Thus diplomacy has failed. The Uvrax high voice clacked in protest. This is a form of peace, not war. You had every opportunity to send. Earth didn't send diplomats. Thorne's voice was ice. We sent a dangerous ship. Behind him, a wall peeled away to reveal what lay beyond the command deck. The bridge of the Oblivion's Edge was a cathedral of weaponry. Spinal cannons pulsed with ambient energy. Railgun towers lined the hull, and microgravity missile swarms hovered like wasps in their hives. Every species on the Council watched, stunned, as the ship shifted. The stars around it warped. Not because of speed, but because of gravitational manipulation. The Oblivion's Edge didn't travel through space. It bent it. In 30 seconds, Thorne said coldly, the Oblivion's Edge will enter low orbit of the station. You will not fire. You will not run. You will listen. And then Earth would decide what happens next. Panic erupted. Some delegates attempted to flee. Others demanded their planetary navies be summoned. The Zarnathi admiral began screaming orders to the fleet in the outer ring. None of them mattered. The Oblivion's edge vanished from high orbit. It reappeared a second later, impossibly, 50 kilometers from the station. Not a warp, not a jump, a flicker, as if the universe itself had misplaced its coordinates. Stations around Seldra, 9 blinked out, one by one, dozens, not destroyed, just silenced. Their crews would later report complete loss of power, as if the very physics around them had stopped cooperating. The human ship did nothing. It hovered, silent, judging, and then the signal returned. A new voice, one the Council did not expect. I am Acting Earth Ambassador Rika Sorrell. Effective immediately, I have been authorized by the United Human Federated Systems to engage in dialogue. However, let's be clear, Earth's peace extends only as far as its patience. That patience is over. The Drektari roared in rage. This is a declaration of war. Sorrell's face never flinched. No, this is a reminder of what war with Earth looks like. We brought the reminder on purpose. The Zarnathi admiral stepped forward, nervous but resolute. What were your terms? Sorrell lifted a datapad and tapped once. We demand full tribunal trial for the Drektari captain responsible for the Sol 3 incident, public apology broadcast across all Council networks, and a permanent revision to neutral space protocols. Failure to comply will result in enforcement. What kind of enforcement? She looked off camera. Thorne stepped into frame again. We don't send warnings twice. The Council chamber was silent, not out of fear, but awe. Somehow, in mere minutes, Earth had seized total strategic control without firing a single shot. Every delegate realized the same thing. Earth hadn't just sent a ship. They had sent a message, etched in steel and silence. The Council voted. Unanimously, the trial was approved, the apology written. Protocols revised within the hour. As Earth's delegation ended the transmission, the Oblivion's edge retreated to high orbit. Not gone, just waiting. The Galactic Council's historian would later write, diplomacy died not in fire, but in the shadow of a Terran warship. And from that day on, no one dare mistake Earth's silence for submission again.